Hi, my name is Dave, and today we're going to be going over the setup of the ShootSteel.com short-range rifle target. This is a great target to shoot rifle or handgun at appropriate distances with an easy-to-use target system. The target system consists of the target face and bracket, and different base options are also available, either as a standalone or a complete package. Check out ShootSteel.com for all of the different configurations available. The only thing not included is a chunk of 2x4 needed, and this is readily available at your hardware or big box supply store. Before we get started with the setup, let's go over what you will find in the package. You will find a package containing all of the required hardware, including the bolts, nuts, washers, and screws. 2 leg pieces for the base 2x4 holder, 2 small brackets and 1 large bracket, the 2x4 protection plate, and the target itself. After you have all of the parts unpacked, it is recommended to paint any of the bare metal surfaces to prevent rust. For the purposes of this video, we're going to continue with the assembly. However, paint is recommended before you proceed. Installation is fairly straightforward. However, you will need some basic hand tools. Traditional wrenches or a socket and ratchet will work just fine to manipulate the bolts and nuts. And you will also need a drill capable of drilling through a 2x4 to mount the protective plate. We're going to begin by assembling the base. Set the upright body in between the 2 legs, making sure that the leg cutout is towards the bottom as shown. Take your first leg bolt and align it through the first leg, upright body, and second leg. Repeat for the second bolt. Tighten both nuts with the hand tools, making sure to apply sufficient torque so that the nylon locking insert of the nut is engaging the threads holding torque. Once the base is assembled, we can set this aside and move on. Place the 4 short carriage bolts into the face of the target body. Once the carriage bolts are into the face of the body, carefully rotate and place face down, keeping the bolts in place. Place the 2 small brackets over the bolts and against the back of the target as shown. Place and attach a nut on each one of the bolts on the back side. Tighten all of the nuts until all of them are snug on the back side, holding the bracket against the back of the target. Again, make sure to apply sufficient torque so that the nylon locking insert of the nut is holding torque. Now we can prepare the large bracket. Take the bolt and insert through the top, install the matching nut on the back, and begin to tighten with hand tools. Again, make sure to tighten properly so that the nylon locking insert of the nut is holding torque against the bolt. Place the 6-inch bolt through the holes of the brackets and affix the nut so it is snug on the threads of the bolt. Again, make sure to apply proper torque so that the nylon locking insert of the nut is holding torque. The 2x4 protection plate is recommended to protect the 2x4 against fragments from shooting your steel target. It is recommended to mount the top of the plate 8.5 inches from the top of the 2x4 for best results. Align the plate to the top measurement and then mark the position for the 2 holes. You can now drill the 2 holes in the 2x4 with the appropriate sized bit for the 2 carriage bolts. You're now ready to install the protective plate on the front of the 2x4. Align the protective plate to the 2 holes that you had just previously drilled and insert a carriage bolt through the face of the plate through the 2x4. Rotate the plate over and install a fender washer and nut on each one of the bolts and tighten properly. At the range, you can then insert the upright 2x4 assembly into the base and legs as shown. And then you can insert the target onto the top. Setup of the short-range rifle target is now complete. Make sure you check the instructions that came with the target or on ShootSteel.com so you understand the appropriate safe distances required for shooting a steel target. Make sure you check your backstop and area to make sure it's safe to shoot with steel targets. If you have any questions, you can reach out to the technical support team at ShootSteel.com. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.